Hello everyone, it is Gameday. Welcome to another video. Today we are at the Etihad Stadium for some Premier League football as Manchester City say goodbye to a legend. It's also Kevin De Bruyne's last game as well. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Etihad Stadium for this Premier League game between Manchester City and AFC Bournemouth. Of course, I'm only messing about there, no disrespect to Scott Carson, of course, who is out of contract this summer as well for Manchester City. But tonight really is, well, pretty much all about Kevin De Bruyne. You can argue that Manchester City still do have to, get the result here. It's all good celebrating De Bruyne's legacy, as I'm sure they will, particularly at full time. But the citizens are not certain of Champions League football yet. Which, considering there's 5 teams qualifying for the Champions League this season, it's absolutely remarkable. It shows how poor, by City standards, of a season they've had. The only trophy they've won, if you're going to call it a trophy, is the Community Shield. They've not won one of the big major 4 trophies, the European Cup, Premier League, or even the domestic cups. They lost the FA Cup final to Palace at the weekend, so they've been a little bit of a down from that, I'm sure. And yeah, they will be saying goodbye to Kevin De Bruyne tonight. I'm sure they'll be getting the ball to him as much as possible to try and get him a goal in his final game here at the Etihad. But they have to say they have got Champions League football still to play for. They do need to get a result here this evening. AFC Bournemouth, they've still got European football in sight as well. They're going to need a lot to go their way. First of all, they're going to probably need a win here tonight. Finish 8th. They might get Europe, depending on where teams above them finish. 8th might be Conference League, might not be, but all they can do is finish as high as possible. It's still been a fantastic season for the Cherries. Of course, we're in the Bournemouth end tonight. Fantastic season for the Cherries. I believe they've broken the Premier League points record. Iraola's done a fantastic job. They've never won at the Etihad either, so who knows. But yeah, tonight, with European football certainly on the mind, it really is all about Kevin De Bruyne. Let's have a look then at the lineups for the two sides, and we'll start off with the home side, Manchester City, who go with in goal number 31, Ederson. Number 3, Ruben Diaz. 7, Omar Mamouche. 8, Mateo Kovacic. 9, Erling Haaland. 17, and captain for his final home game as a Manchester City player, it is Kevin De Bruyne. Number 19 is Ilkay Gundogan. 20, Bernardo Silva. 24, Joško Gvardiol. 25, Manuel Akanji, and 27, Matheus Nunes. Subs for Man City, number 18, Stefan Ortega. Number 6, Nathan Ake. 10, Jack Grealish. 11, Jeremy Doku. 14, Nico Gonzalez. 16, Rodri. Number 47, Phil Foden. Number 52, Oscar Bob. And number 75, Nico O'Reilly. The AFC Bournemouth lineup now then. In goal, number 13, Kepa Arrizabalaga. Number 2, Dean Huijsen. 3, Milos Kerkez. 4, and captain is Lewis Cook. 9, Evan Nilsson. 12, Tyler Adams. 16, Marcus Tavernier. 19, Justin Kluivert. 22, Julian Araujo. 24, Antoine Semenyo. And number 27, Ilya Zabani. Subs for Bournemouth, number 40, William Dennis. Number 5, Marcos Senesi. 7, David Brooks. 15, Adam Smith. 20, Julio Soler. 21, Daniel Jebison. 43, Zane Silcott-Dewberry. 45, Matai Akinmboni. And number 47, Ben Winterburn.
AFC Bournemouth.
They've got the 2 teams then to the field. White team AFC Bournemouth with the red and black. Manchester City there. Sky blue home kit. Laid out by one of the all-time Premier League greats. Kevin De Bruyne, one of the great midfielders, greatest midfielders to ever grace the Premier League stage, walks out in front of his fans at the Etihad Stadium for the very last time. It is night of celebration, but there's still a job to do. Champions League football is not yet confirmed for Manchester City. Bournemouth still have an outside chance of Europe. It's a big game in more ways than one. King Kev, as he's known in these parts, playing his final game here at the Etihad. Kick off there at the Etihad. Mr. first 90 minutes, the attention turns to the football. And De Bruyne early here. Easy for Kepa. On throw in for Bournemouth, Antoine Semenyo. Good long throw in there, Ellison collects. Oh, and Nelson picks up high here. Points Kluivert. Saved by Edison, not a mistake there from Ruben Diaz. Here comes City, and the ball's pulled across. And Kepa collects. Kepa! Gundogan, Marmoush, Bernardo Silva pulls it back across. Doesn't fall to anyone. And run forward! Oh. It's the box shot! Oh, just wide from Mateo Kovacic. The shot! Wow! How about that? What a goal! Omar! Mahmoud! Oh my God! A goal from the blue, the sky blue for Manchester City. And their Egyptian star has scored yet again. It's Manchester City 1, AFC Bournemouth 0. And that just shows the quality on show here this evening. What a strike from Omar Mahmoud. Comes Guardiola ball in. Isn't got anymore. Can't Kerkesh. Bruyne's cross in. Haaland! Wow! I mean, Kepa stops her, but Jesus Christ, darling. Well, attempted a counter, they still will. Through ball, Marmoush, De Bruyne, oh my word! I mean, I'll have more chances, KDB on its farewell game, but the goal gaping with one of the all-time Premier League midfielders, one of the all-time misses. Oh, Kevin De Bruyne, what have you just done there? He'll have more chances though, won't he? That won't be his last chance. For ball, didn't quite reach Haaland. Marmoush, Gundogan. Milos, offside flag, delayed offside again. Milos as well blocked. Tap down the left, gets the ball in. Emma Nelson! Did he get a touch? Was it saved? I don't really know what happened there. Semenyo goes still though. Off the post, was that what it was? Oh my word. Then the offside flag goes up. Big chance up for Bournemouth. And Nelson, we believe, straight on the post. Adrian cleared yet. Gundogan. Bernardo Silva! Manchester City, number 11 orange. Just open up Bournemouth there. Passed around the defence like it wasn't even there. And Bernardo Silva makes it Manchester City 2, AFC Bournemouth 0. AFC Bournemouth 0. You think Man City now heading to the Champions League and the 3-point tier tonight. Their attention will probably turn to getting the ball to De Bruyne so he can get his goal. Oh, step from Kirk and Haaland's in here. Erling Haaland! Oh, trying to square it to De Bruyne. Perhaps he should have shot. Perhaps he was, well, he was obviously thinking get the ball to De Bruyne, but a mistake there from Lewis. Kirk not punished. Try that. Araujo gets the ball in, Tavis at the back post, gets it back in, and Ellison makes the collection. Bruyne on the free kick, is he going to shoot from here? Bruyne, pushed away by Kepa, Gundogan for a body! Half time here at the Etihad Stadium. Manchester City on course for another 3 points in their quest for Champions League football, but they've not had the Kevin De Bruyne goal that they all crave. He should have done. He hit the bar from about 4 yards out with the goal gaping. But I say they are 2-0 up. I won the shot from Omar Mahmoud. Goal from Bernardo Silva brings it to Manchester City 2, AFC Bournemouth at half-time. This time I'm in at the Etihad, Manchester City 2, AFC Bournemouth 0. I can't get the stats up, but I should imagine Manchester City dominating in almost every single stat other than maybe saves. They were really good that first off, as you would expect from Manchester City. Look, Bournemouth have had their moments, but you need to be at 100% for the whole game, and you need Man City to be a little bit off as well. And quite simply, they're not. They know how big the occasion is tonight for one of their greats, and of course they need to win for Champions League. And they've scored 2 great goals in sort of 2 different ways. First one, Omar Marmoush, just an absolute screamer from long range. That was quality. And then the Bernardo Silva goal as well. It's another great goal. Not necessarily for the distance it was scored from, but just bobbing it about here and there, just going through the Bournemouth defence like it wasn't even there, and Bernardo Silva finishing it off. And Kevin De Bruyne, how have you not scored there? I'm sure he'll score up the other end. They'll probably get a penalty or something, but they'll keep giving the ball to him, I'm sure. He'll have plenty of shots, but he should have scored there and then. He had an opening goal, hit the bar, very under Bruyne like, that's for sure. But yeah, Manchester City absolutely dominant. Second half is underway at the Etihad, and Justin Clivert's been placed by David Brooks. Comes Tavernier here, finds Kerkez. Kerkez ball in. It's got a deflection, a header. It's going to go wide. Positive start this to half. It's Nunez. De Bruyne. Blocked. That's his moment again. Corner. Kerkez down that left again, ball in. Oh, it's unlucky. Still Semenyo, still Antoine Semenyo. Good work that. Shot this wise. Here's De Bruyne. That's a low shot, kept the save. Got to have. Yes. David Brooks, already comes. He gets the ball in. Not getting a foul for that. Corner taken short. Kovacic. Mamouche. By far. So much for the Etihad being a quiet round. Oh, go on. That's red. That's red. That's a red. It is. It's red. Mateo Kovacic has been sent off. That was last man. Well, I don't think it'll change the result in this game, but Manchester City are down to 10 and Bournemouth, well, their tails will perk up now. Maybe there's a chance. Someone else received a yellow card in there. Kovacic's being his innocence, but I don't know how. Now the Man City fans really get behind their team. You can imagine they'll be coming with this 2-0. But you never know. Here we go. They're not so Kovacic off. Kevin De Bruyne didn't get his goal. But he certainly had plenty during his time at Manchester City. Kevin De Bruyne, one of Man City's greats, if not greatest ever, and one of the all-time Premier League great midfielders. King Kev departs the Etihad for the final time in a Manchester City shirt. And the Etihad is to its feet to serenade one of their greats. Kevin De Bruyne has shone a light, lit it up for the last 9 years in the Premier League. And he departs the grandest stage to a standing ovation. Kevin De Bruyne has played his final minutes as a Manchester City player here at the Etihad. Nico Gonzalez replaces him. What's got to remember here, ball for a free kick and a man advantage. Kerkez gets it back across and Ederson collects. Ball in it, headed away. Ball fall for Adams. Or is that wide? Kerkez a little too heavy on that one. Haaland tries to send Marmouche card. been sent off here. I think it's Cook anyway. He's down injured, that Man City player. Calling on the medical staff. It is Lewis Cook who's received the red card, and Bournemouth's man advantage did not last long. We'll have a look at it again. VAR will also look at it, but by how injured the player is, it did not look like a good tackle. 10v10 now. There's a few debates in this away, and got the ball, not got the ball. Like, got the ball not necessarily means you can't have a red card. At the end of the day, he may have touched the ball first, but he's flown in, studs up. It's not a pretty challenge. He's given the ref a decision to make. That decision is red. There's the big moment for Man City fans. Etihad comes on. And after spending most of the season out of injury, their Ballon d'Or winner, Rodri, is back in a Manchester City shirt. Man City have their Ballon d'Or winner back. Let's call on Cook's red cards. What's that? That was also Rodri with the touch. Brooks for the ball in. Tyson went for it. Lola Silva, he might set Omar Mouche away. Marmouche. Oh no, it's no foul there really. See what they want at. Nico Gonzalez. Still Nico. Still Nico. Wow. Nico Gonzalez. Beautiful goal for Manchester City. Third goal. 3 goals, 3 points for Manchester City. A big win in the hunt for Champions League football.
City had a first goal for the Blues.
First goal as well. First goal for Manchester City for Nico Gonzalez. It's Manchester City 3. AFC Bournemouth 0. 6 added minutes. 6 added minutes. Go on. Jefferson. Hey! Well, that's only a consolation, but I'll tell you what. And something for these Bournemouth fans to cheer. They've got a long journey home. Something for Daniel Jefferson at the treasure, a goal at the Etihad. Yeah, everything going to change the game, is it? But something for these fans who travel up and down the country for their team, come a long way up on a Tuesday night. Fair play to every Bournemouth fan that's come up. They've had a goal to celebrate. Jebble! Jebble! Man City 3, Bournemouth 1. Something for the fans to cheer. And that's full time. Daniel Jefferson's late goal didn't change the outcome. Manchester City, the King Kev's final game, are victorious by 3 goals to 1 with 2 red cards as well. Didn't have that De Bruyne farewell goal. He hit the bar from about 4 yards out when he should have scored. But it won't dampen the celebrations. A City season, a rare City season with no trophy, but they finish at home with a win, and all attention for them will now turn to celebrating, thanking and saying farewell to one of their greats, Kevin De Bruyne. Full time here, Manchester City 3, AFC Bournemouth 1. Kevin De Bruyne now in just a second, they say goodbye to a legend. We will leave before the ceremony finishes so that we can beat the keys on the chance. So just listen to the Etihad.
since Colin Bell to reach a century. Kevin has won a remarkable 19 majors honours with City, including 6 Premier League titles, 2 FA Cups, 5 League Cups, a UEFA Champions League, a FIFA Club World Cup, a UEFA Super Cup, and 3 Community Shields. Not just one of the greatest midfielders the Premier League has ever seen, but a man that can do everything, that has done anything asked of him by this club and won the lot. Thank you from the bottom of all our hearts. We will miss you, and you will always have a home in Manchester.
Chance to be better as a player and to win some titles with a team who has a lot of quality players.
It's going to be a debut for Kevin De Bruyne, their record signing.
Everybody knows that I'm new in the team and that I will need some time to adapt.
I never expected me to be here for 10 years. I wouldn't change it.
De Bruyne! Excellent finish for the Leicester City man for his first Premier League goal. De Bruyne. Still De Bruyne! Kevin De Bruyne! That's a smash!
I would say I'm still a kind of old school football guy. I play on creativity, on passion.
He sees things that other players on the team, but especially he tries things that other players wouldn't dare to try.
Beautiful service from Kevin De Bruyne.
I don't even need to see the ball because I know exactly where the ball's going to come.
This is what you see time and time again from Kevin De Bruyne.
When you come to Messi, no one comes near him. He's one of those players that every single football supporter would want him in their team.
Given how many years and how many games that makes it really unique.
A Manchester City fans sing his name. This is the reason why. Kevin De Bruyne! Kevin De Bruyne for
My team achieved things that never been done before, especially on the Premier League.
100 records broken again. In goes De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne!
The king is back. That's what it is. He's been the best player in the Premier League since he signed for Manchester City.
For me, he's the best player in this league of the world, so the only thing that we can say to him is thank you and wish him all the best.
And De Bruyne is going to go down as an all-time great.
I've got 3 kids now, Manchester. It's my home.
They give us players just said, Ethan, what do you have done on the beach? It's part of the family of this club.
player of his calibre deserves. Kevin De Bruyne, Man City's number 17.
Very emotional.
City legends is in the middle of that pitch right now. Kevin De Bruyne has spent the last decade lighting up the Premier League for Manchester City.
Put into words what this football club, what this stadium means
For
to
the
you.
final time, he speaks to the fans.
Manchester is home. Manchester is where these little kids are born. I came here with my wife Michelle to stay for a long time. Didn't expect to be here 10 years to do what we have done as a club, supporters, my teammates. We've won everything. We made the city a lot bigger.
Time on that Etihad pitch. Kevin De Bruyne is serenaded by these Man City fans.
But the club will be building a statue of you outside the How does it feel to have that honour? Representing the king of the kitbacks, please welcome Colin Bell's wife, Marie Bell, and his son, Professor John Bell.
Kevin De Bruyne represented the Memento Awards as this stadium celebrates a legend of their club, a legend of the league, a legend of football. Kevin De Bruyne, thank you. And yeah, you can hear the applause in the background. KDB saying his final goodbyes. It was nice to be there in that moment. A great presentation to a proper footballing legend, not just here in Manchester, but across world football. One of the greatest midfielders the Prem's ever seen, given the send-off he deserves. Full time then back at Media City. I'll turn the camera around, you can see we're at Media City, more importantly back in Salford. Salford is just so much a better city than Manchester is. It's not even close. Never known such an easy job of just getting fans onto a tram he made so difficult. But the B Network, they managed to make an easy job extremely difficult, but we got back in the end, thankfully, despite just constant mixed communications. It's open, it's not open, it's stopping, it's not stopping. Make your mind up, crikey. But yeah, the game itself, enough moaning about trams. It finished in KDB's farewell. Manchester City 3, AFC Bournemouth 1. Kevin did not get his goal. He had a chance at 1-0 up. Man City went 1-0 up thanks to almost a BRUYNE'S goal. A stunning strike from Omar Marmoush. He's a great player, isn't he? I mean, tonight he was a lot better than Erling Haaland was. I hope Haaland finds his way out of Zabani's pocket before the next game. If not, he'll be missing from that. But yeah, Marmoush was fantastic tonight. KDB had that chance, didn't he? Open goal, some hitting on the side of the crossbar. Like, it would have been nice to have seen KDB get that moment, get that last goal in his last game at the Etihad Stadium. But yeah, he won't be remembered for that miss, that's for sure. He'll be remembered for plenty of memorable moments across his 9 seasons I think he's been here now. So yeah, and then Yeah, sorry, I forgot we were up for a second. We were at 1-0, 2-0 came then. Bernardo Silva finished off a lovely passing move that just sort of summed City up, really. I've seen them do that a few times, particularly when they've played Norwich at Carrow Road. Second half, saw 2 red cards, 2 correct red cards as well. You know, zero arguments on anything about that. Coventry put McAvan Nilsson when he's last man, straight red, yep. And Lewis Cook on Umar Mamouche, again, straight red. Yeah, he might get touched on the ball, but he studs up, he's gone in, he's reckless. It's a red card, it's as simple as that. It didn't end 2-0 though, as I thought it might do. 6 after 2 red cards. Nico Gonzalez really made his own goal. Fantastic work from him, and a great strike as well, beating Kepa, making it 3-0. First City goal for Nico. And then Danny Everton did get a consolation at the end, which I was glad that the Bournemouth fans had something to cheer. Yes, okay, it's just a consolation goal, doesn't change the result, but you know, obviously they travelled a long way on a Tuesday night. They've now got a long journey back, and just a goal just gives them just a little something to cheer about. And yeah, just consolation, doesn't change the result, but yeah, a little something to cheer about. They've had a great season. Iraola, I believe he's led Bournemouth to a record points tally in the Premier League for the 2nd season running, so they've done a fantastic job, even though they have missed out on Europe. And I'll tell you one thing, that Milos Kerkez as a left back, he will not be there at Bournemouth. No offence to Bournemouth fans, but I'll be very surprised if Milos Kerkez is at your club next season. I know Liverpool are sniffing at him, and I can see why. He is a cracking player. But yeah, that was full time, 3-1. KDB had that send off at the end, of course. Light show, messages from former players. Guard of Honour just came out onto the pitch, and it was a fitting send off for what has been one of the best midfielders the Premier League and Manchester City has ever seen. So yeah, thank you very much, Kevin De Bruyne. That was a great game to be at and a great moment to be partially involved. It was great to be in the stadium for such a send off like that. And with that, we come to the end of another video, probably quite a long video, I must say. So if you have made it this far, thank you very much for watching. I know it's been a long one because we've had the De Bruyne farewell at the end of it, but thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below to let me know how your team is getting on. I think we've got one more football game, possibly this season, and then we turn our focus to more rugby league and cricket. But yes, from here up north, it was KDB's farewell. He didn't get the farewell goal, but he certainly got a great send-off from the 50k fans in that stadium as one of the Premier League's greats finishes his home career. Thank you very much, KDB. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you for the next one. Goodbye.